So these fees are coming out of Title I, not out of public school.
That's correct.
Pastor Glenn Wilson. Pastor Glenn Wilson.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I just have one question. With all the talks of cost cutting that we had this year, and yes, the recent articles on namely the Shy School. Has anybody ever taken a look at the costs of the services provided by the Shy School? And can we get those same services cheaper? Because the cost of the services of Shy School is pretty elevated. And I have never heard anyone bring up, our board members that ran on cost cutting. I have never heard anyone bring up taking a look at the Shy School and the cost that they charge us for their services. And is there anybody out there that can provide the same services cheaper? That's my only question.
Through the chair, it has been brought, and it's addressed to me as part of the group. It has been brought up in a closed session a number of times. Now, it's been many times, and we requested reports as we just described it exactly, and I'm still waiting for the report. But we got some of the reports.
Through the chair.
It's been brought up on numerous occasions.
Numerous occasions in a closed session.
And comment on that.
Yes. Also, go ahead and, Mr. Attorney.
Through the chair, the estate.
Oh, Michael, I like your haircut.
Thank you. Hey, don't leave, I'm going to tell you something. As you may be aware, the state, not us, sets the rate for every private school for the disabled, whether it be Alpha, Collier, Shy. They, not us, set the rate. Actually, as a credit to the new members, who while we don't necessarily agree on everything, but the new members have aggressively been seeking in-district options for children. As far as the rate of that school you mentioned, or any, it is beyond our control. The people in Trenton, the same people quoted in the paper that we do not make decisions based on rates. They are the ones who set the tuition. The reason why you're going to see litigation going higher and higher is because the board is expending efforts and monies to create in-district options for children of all color, religion, color, creed, nationality. But the cost is the cost. The board has asked and has been provided some information, but just so you know, Reverend Pastor, as more programming is created in district, there's going to necessarily be more litigation for people who want to go out of district. You understand that connection. And then people will be called all sorts of names. I believe I was referred to as a Nazi only last week. But that is what's going to happen here, because this board, all 9 members, are committed to placing children in the least restrictive environment with the appropriate funding for better services. But as far as the tuition, I would write your letter to the governor. Dear Governor, how did you determine Shy's tuition to be whatever it is?
And not that I lend any additional credibility to it, but the new board members have been, as Michael stated, very aggressive with all of our placements, and very observant of each and every dollar related to these placements and the numbers that are going there. As many of us have done in the past, have questioned this, and I like to believe that we're trying to be more strategic in placing those in house who can, offering parents additional opportunities to utilize some of the in-district placements and some of the others. But the bottom line is simple. That number has, and it does continue to grow. It is an exorbitant amounts of money. And as long as we are still yet funding numbers that are that high, and we're being forced to do cost cutting, and we're being forced to look at not raising budgets and even decreasing them somebody's going to suffer if we're forced to increase numbers on one side and then decrease them on the other. The money must come from somewhere. And so it is an issue that has to be addressed going into the future. That, transportation, these issues must be addressed. And I will say that our current board, our new board members and even our current are beginning to look at these issues and really trying to make some aggressive moves at saying, if we don't do it now, we're going to be, you know, really out of luck really, really soon. So I applaud their efforts and
Thank you, we will follow up on it.
yeah.
Thank you.
Christina Clemons. Yeah, one more. Take after Mrs. Clemons. One more member of the public, and then we will move the agenda forward. I got you. But I called you back.
Christina Clemons, 108 Willing Drive. I have two things. One is in reference to the trailers where the preschoolers are now. We took our ACE students out of those trailers because, for whatever reason, and I know that there were complaints about them looking like they were like behind jail or like they were caged animals behind these high fences. And then we go and put our preschoolers, 3 or 4-year-olds, in these same trailers with these high fences, so it still kind of looks kind of caged in, and we were wondering if maybe we could do something about changing the look of it and maybe putting just regular, normal fences down there, just so it doesn't look so barbaric in a sense. And also, we have a student liaison here, the young lady in the back with the blue. And, well, MC, and that's the point I'm trying to get to, because nobody knows about her, and we're trying to find out the procedure as to what happens when she comes in. It's to my understanding she's supposed to be speaking with someone prior to this meeting. What is her? Does she sign in? Does she speak to somebody? Is she supposed to be sitting up there with you? What is the whole procedure so that for the next time, explain it to her now so the next time she knows exactly what's to be done so we don't have to go this.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to address that because
And she would like to actually...
Ms. Kerber, is that correct?
Yes.
I did, eagerly invite you to begin to attend, and until she made mention that you were back there, I didn't know you were there, so we need you to speak up while us alleged grown folks are talking about what you guys need to do and what's going on with you. We want to hear from you, so yes, before the meeting, we will make a spot and...
I want to take total fault for this, because I have spoken to you and haven't followed through it.
Cutting through the chase, it's always been the policy that the student representative sits up here. So please come, please sit up here, and that's what needs to be done.
Come on.
We have a chair right here, Mr. Silver's chair.
Yes.
He had PTA.
I think in the future we're going to put...
Or you could have Mr. Osreicher's chair. Or you could have Mr. Seidler's chair.
But the next time we have the dais, you'll actually have a spot, you'll have your...
With your name.
With your name, and you'll have a space that you're sitting.
Welcome.
And then she had some
And
questions.
can I address the fence?
Yes, please.
We have the same issues. So we actually have a wind breaker coming in that's green, that's going to...
It's there now.
So it is?
It looks very nice.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't see so.
Yeah, so that's there. We couldn't necessarily drop fences, but we are looking at trying to make...
There's some security issues.
And we spent a lot of time landscaping it so it didn't look the same. I don't know if you've been there.
There's a
But,
beautiful
it has-
new park there.
it
and-
has-
What about more, is it still up?
That's the thing, the barbed wire thing. That's what makes it look so barbaric, the barbed wire.
We had to make some decisions as to whether or not we're gonna bring down the fence and then we wouldn't be able to put up the beautiful, gyms that we put. We put 2 gyms there, we landscaped it. We made it as pretty as possible, but we also don't want it to get messed up, at night or anything, so. There is a debate. I know it looks ugly. Hopefully with this green thing, it looks better.
And we're also
Okay.
painting murals on the outside.
We have beautiful girls.
They've been drawn, and we're getting kids from the high school to come do it as a service project. which is nice.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
There's wood chips.
Okay. Mr. William Holiday. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Mr. President, Board. I have a copy of the board's budget. I've been trying to decipher from that what the percentage of dollars are that trickle down into the classroom. And when I say trickle down to the classroom, I mean the teachers, the aides, and the books, and those materials that are necessary. I haven't got a clue how to decipher that. But in my years in business, we always made it a point to understand what percentage of our revenue we were using for each and every part of the business. I don't think it's much. Now, the idea here is we're still hearing ongoing issues about books, and you know, in what we would do when there was a disparity, you do an audit. And I don't mean a big outside audit. You're going to say, all right, let's see how many books you have. How many students do you have? And where are they? And who's managing this?